This is going to be an extremely long video, for good reason, because if your Facebook ads are not performing, here's exactly what we do to run successful ads, right? Now, we've spent well over 300k in ads for our clients, so here's the full blueprint for running successful Facebook ads. The overview is your ideal client profile. We're going to be talking about your ad offer, the media creation side, what the actual ad copy says, and then how our leads convert to estimates, right? And so we'll start with our ICP. Very simple. Your ICP is your ideal client profile. Basically, your ICP should look like this, but in a lot more detail. John is 52, he's old, he has drafty windows, he's got some health conditions he's worried about, he lives in XYZ location and used to do XYZ work, making ABC money per year. The more specific that you can get about your ideal clients, the better that you can describe them, and then the better you can make your marketing. Okay, so what kind of person are they? Are they usually a type A prospect, or are they type B? What does your ideal client look like and behave like? What do they enjoy doing in their free time? What do they value in life? I mean, the more specific that you can get about your ideal client profile, the more results you'll see in your marketing as well. We use an ICP, like I said before, to better the marketing. So if you know Susan has XYZ pain point because you created a structured, in-depth ICP of your dream clients, we can take that pain point and apply it to the copy, media, and ad offer. Now, the goal is that when this person watches your ad or sees a picture in the ad, a light bulb pops up and they're thinking, that makes sense. That sounds like me. Then they click learn more, get estimate, whatever the button actually says, all because you use the image of your dream client and use the information from it in the ad that resonated with the person who just came through as a lead. Right, so that's all your ICP is. It's super important to have an ICP down. We have an ICP. You should have an ICP too. And I promise you will get a lot more work if you have an ICP. Let's jump into the actual ad offer. In fact, I'm gonna get my pen out here. It might be one of the most important things, your ad offer. Okay, you can have the worst ad, but it would still perform with a good offer. Think about it this way. Facebook doesn't reward the prettiest ads, it rewards the highest performing ones. Most contractors think their offer is simply like a free estimate, free quote, or like a call today, right? Those aren't really offers, they're expectations. So every contractor already offers a free estimate. No one charges for estimates anymore. An offer gives someone a reason to choose you, instead of the 5 other contractors they're comparing you against. It's the answer to one simple question, which is, why should I contact you rather than everyone else? Okay. So what actually makes a good offer? What makes an offer good? A great offer is built around the ICP, so around what we were talking about before. If your ideal customer values long warranties, you should mention your warranty. If they're worried about making the wrong decision, reduce the risk. If they're price conscious, create savings. If they care more about quality than cost, sell peace of mind. The offer should solve the biggest hesitation your ideal customer has before they even speak to your company. For example, a weak offer would be free estimate, because everyone has one, and a slightly better offer might look like this. Book today and receive 10% off your installation. It's okay. It's mostly based on price, and so a strong offer would look like homeowners in Houston. If your driveway is over 15 years old, cracked, and falling apart, we're offering a completely free inspection, a detailed photo report, and a lifetime workmanship warranty on every replacement booked this month. So we've included who's it for, a specific problem, extra value, reduced risk, a reason to act now, and that is what a genuine offer is, right? So you need to think value, not discounts. One mistake contractors make is believing that every offer has to be money off or some kind of money related offer, when it doesn't. Because some of the highest performing offers we've ever run included things like extended workmanship guarantees, priority scheduling, free design consultations, free upgrades, free maintenance packages, complimentary inspections, financing options, same week appointments, before and after project visualizations. Now, a really good offer is this, the finance options, because a lot of people don't necessarily want to put down straight away, 50k into a project. Just an example. So the best thing that you can do sometimes is to get them on like a 0% interest financing option if you can have that. And so here's the formula to actually making a good offer. We want to find who it's for, right? What problem it solves, what extra value am I giving them, why should they inquire today, and why should they choose me instead of another contractor? If you can answer all of these 5, you're almost always going to end up with a stronger campaign. So we've got the ad offer down now. We understand that. Now let's move on to the media creation side. So, like I'm saying, we've got the offer, we've got the ICP. The next step is getting people to actually stop scrolling, and that's where the media comes in. So the media could be like a picture or maybe a video, right? That stops them from scrolling. Your media is the first thing someone notices before they ever read your headline or copy, so you have less than a second to grab their attention. If your media doesn't stop the scroll, nobody's going to read your perfectly written copy or see your amazing offer. That's why media is one of the biggest factors in lowering your cost per lead. So the goal of your media, it's not there to look pretty. Its job is to make your ideal customer think, wait, that's me, okay? The quicker someone recognises themselves, their home, or their problem, the more likely they are to engage with your ad. And so once they engage with your ad, that's when they see the offer, the ad copy. And so it's important to understand your ICP so that everything can link together and flow smoothly. Your ICP tells you who you're speaking to, your offer tells you what you're saying, your media shows them you're talking directly to them. So there's different types of Facebook ad media. There isn't one best type of media. Every market is different. Some contractors crush it with videos. Others generate hundreds of leads with nothing but images, right? As you can see, image ads, 183 leads, right? So that was an ad set in one of our clients' campaigns, where we literally just did images. The key is basically just testing multiple creative formats and letting the data tell you what works, right? So here are the main types of media that we use. We have image ads, like I mentioned before. They're simple, they're effective, they're still one of the highest performing ad types for many contractors, and a good image should instantly communicate the service you're offering, the quality of work, the transformation, the type of homeowner you're targeting, and the examples would include like before and after photos, completed projects, lifestyle images of homeowners, team photos, and close-ups showing quality craftsmanship. The mistake most contractors make is uploading random project photos instead of choosing images that reinforce your offer and immediately catch attention. The next kind of type of ad we have is the video ads, right? So video ads allow you to build trust much faster. People buy from people. People don't buy from an image, they don't buy from an AI. A simple video of the owner speaking to the camera often outperforms highly produced advertisements because it feels personal, right? This video allows you to explain your offer, educate homeowners, handle objections, show personality, build authority, demonstrate your work, right? These are obviously really important to make it personal. Because like I'm saying, people buy from people. And especially they buy from people they trust. So some of our favourite video styles also include talking head videos, where you're just kind of speaking to the camera. Project walkthroughs, really good. Time lapses, really good. Before and after transformations, they're okay. I'd say these two are better. You can show the before and after in these videos. Customer testimonial videos, they crush, they kill. These are really good. There's a reason I've highlighted that. And then educational videos, which are kind of educating and changing the beliefs of the people that are seeing the ad. And the beautiful thing about Facebook ads and making it personal is that you don't need expensive cameras. Your iPhone 17 Pro is way more than enough. Even your iPhone 13 or iPhone X, I don't know. your Samsung S20 Edge is more than enough. It's more than capable. People care more about authenticity than perfect production, right? We've also got user-generated content. This is, I mean, this is really like this is the source. This is really good. UGC stands for user-generated content. This style of content is designed to feel natural rather than like an advertisement instead of looking like a commercial. It looks like something someone would naturally post on social media. So some examples include a homeowner talking about their experience, someone filming themselves walking around their new project, casual selfie style videos, customer reactions, day in the life content. Okay? UGC often outperforms extremely well because it doesn't immediately feel like an ad, it blends into someone's feed and creates the trust. We've got testimonial ads, which are kind of similar to UGC, but you know, it's an actual customer now. Okay, UGC is you've paid someone to record a video for you. So nothing builds credibility like social proof, and if a homeowner sees someone just like them talking about the great experience, half the selling's already been done. Strong testimonials answer questions like, what problem did they have? Why did they choose your company? What was the experience like? And what results did they get? Testimonials aren't just, thank you to XYZ company for doing this, this is really good. That's not a good testimonial video. A good testimonial video should handle objections, right? The more believable it becomes, the more specific the testimonial. Now, we've also got before and after ads, so transformation does sell. It can work really well. People love seeing visual proof. A before and after image instantly communicates value without saying a single word. Instead of telling someone you're good, you show them. Now, these work particularly well for like these kind of industry niches here. Roofing, landscaping, kitchens, bathrooms, driveways, painting, windows, exterior renovations, seal coating, retaining walls, landscaping. We've got educational ads. Sometimes the best advertisement doesn't feel like an advertisement. Teaching homeowners something valuable positions you as the expert. So, 3 signs your driveway, kitchen, windows need replacing, how to know if your windows are costing you money, don't replace your driveway until you check this. Educational content builds trust before asking for the estimate. So the key takeaways of this is that great media doesn't just look good. It grabs attention, it speaks directly to your ICP, and it reinforces your offer. It builds trust, and most importantly, it gets people to stop scrolling long enough to become a lead, right? And so, our last part, our ad copy. And then we've also got lead gen capture system. Okay, so we've got our ad copy now. We've got all of these things: scroll stop media, compelling offer, well-defined ICP. Your final piece is your ad copy plus headlines. Now, your copy is what turns curiosity into action. The image or video gets someone to stop scrolling. The copy convinces them to click, and if your media grabs their attention but your copy doesn't explain why they should care, you've lost them. Now, what is your ad copy? Your ad copy is simply the text that appears alongside the Facebook ad. Its job isn't to sell your entire service, its job is to generate enough interest that someone wants to learn more. You're not trying to close a 20k job inside a Facebook ad, you're just simply trying to get someone to book an estimate, and that's the important distinction. The goal of your ad isn't to make a sale, it's to generate a lead. Speak to one person in your ad copy, right? One of the biggest mistakes contractors make is trying to speak to everyone. So instead, imagine you're trying to speak to one homeowner, the exact person you created in your ICP, whether that's John, Susan, Bill, Garrett. If you're targeting homeowners with old windows, talk specifically to homeowners with old windows. If you're targeting families wanting a new driveway, speak directly to those families. The more personal your ad copy feels, the more likely someone is to think they're talking about me, right? So here's kind of the structure we should follow. And I'm actually going to give you an example of a ad copy that we use at the moment with one of our clients. Most successful Facebook ads follow a simple framework, which is the hook. So the first sentence is the most important part of the ad copy. If it doesn't grab attention, nobody reads the rest. A good hook should keep them from scrolling immediately. So for example, homeowners in Dallas, is your roof over 15 years old? If your driveway has seen better days? Before replacing your windows, read this. The goal is simple. Get the right people to stop scrolling. So now we need to call out a problem. Now we show the homeowner you understand what they're experiencing. You talk about their frustrations, their concerns, pain points, roof keeps, driveways cracked, windows letting cold air every winter. Basically, when people feel understood, they're far more likely to trust you, right? Now we need to present a solution. We're going to explain how your company helps solve that problem that they're having. Keep it simple, focus on the outcomes rather than the features. No one cares about the features, they care about the outcome. Okay, so instead of saying we've been in business 15 years, say we help homeowners replace outdated roofs with high quality systems that last for decades, right? That is way more compelling than just saying, we've been in business 15 years. People care about what your service does for them, not just what it is. So now we need to introduce your offer. We need to give them a reason to take action today. Okay, so for example, book your free inspection, receive a complimentary design consultation, claim our extended workmanship warranty, take advantage of this month's seasonal promotion. Your offer should reduce hesitation and increase perceived value. It is basically, you want to use the framework of what we talked about over here in this section. Now, we need to build trust. Before asking someone to click, give them a reason to trust you. Mention things like years in business, number of completed projects, 5-star reviews, industry certifications, local reputation, finance options, guarantees and warranties. Okay, people don't buy from companies they don't trust. The more credibility you can build, the easier the decision becomes. So the call to action is probably one of the most important parts. This is where a lot of people lose out on leads. Never assume people know what to do next. You need to tell them. So for example, book your free estimate today. Click learn more to see if you qualify. Message us to arrange your inspection. Claim your free estimate before this month's availability fills up. A clear call to action removes uncertainty. So here's some common mistakes we need to avoid. It's talking too much about your company, making the ad all about you, using complicated language, writing huge paragraphs, giving people no reason to inquire today, forgetting a clear call to action. Just remember, the homeowner is the hero of the story, so your company is simply the guide that helps them solve their problem. Now, the formula. Every piece of ad copy we write answers these questions. Who's it for? What problem are they experiencing? How we solve it? Why should they trust us? Why should they act today? And what should they do next? So if your copy can answer all 6, you're giving the best chance that you possibly can for yourself to generate high quality leads. So this is a real example of one of our clients' ad copies. And now you can see here, it is so simple, so short, so snappy, right? New siding starting at $9,999. Sounds crazy. Here's what's real at company name. Quality siding, skilled local installers and fair pricing, no bloated overhead, no inflated quotes. Just durable siding built to take on Houston heat, humidity and storms. Straightforward pricing, solid craftsmanship. Tap learn more to see if your home qualifies. Right? We've followed all of this. The simplest text, if that feels personal, will convert the most. Right? And that is how your ad copy should look. You can have it a bit longer if you'd like. It's up to you. You need to just test out, see what works, and that's really the key with Facebook ads, is just testing and seeing what works. So now we have our lead capture system. You've got someone interested, they've seen your ad, they like your offer, they've clicked. Okay, this is where a lot of people lose leads. It's not because of bad marketing, it's because of a poor lead capture system. Your lead capture system is simply how you collect someone's information after they click your ad. So there are two main methods that we use, and that is Facebook and Instagram instant forms and landing pages. Now both work. The best choice depends on your objective, budget, and sales process. So let's break them down. For your Facebook and Instagram instant forms, our Facebook's built instant forms of Facebook and Instagram instant forms. Now, instant forms are Facebook's built-in lead forms. When someone clicks your ad, they never leave Facebook or Instagram. The form opens instantly inside the app, which creates a little friction. So that makes it easier to complete. The more people tend to do it. That's why instant forms usually generate the lowest cost per lead. Why they work. Facebook already knows a lot about its user. Facebook already knows a lot about its user, right? They know their name, their email, their phone number, and can often be pre-filled automatically instead of typing everything manually. The homeowner simply checks the details and submits the form, and that takes less than 30 seconds. So obviously, less effort usually equals more leads. Now, the downside to that is because it is so easy, you'll normally receive more leads, but not every lead will be highly qualified. So some people fill out forms without giving much thought to it, but that doesn't mean that instant forms are bad. It simply means your follow-up process becomes very important, so faster follow-ups often win. Now, what questions should you ask? One mistake many contractors make is asking too many questions. The more fields you add, the fewer people complete the form. Only asking for information your sales team genuinely needs. A typical form. Only ask for information your sales team genuinely needs. So it could look like full name, phone, email, service required, project location, time frame in which they want the project done. Add 1 or 2 qualifying questions. Do you own the property? What's your budget? Obviously, like I said before, when you're looking to get it done, that's usually enough, right? Now let's move to the actual landing pages. I love landing pages. Landing pages are fantastic. A landing page is a dedicated web page built specifically to convert visitors into leads. So this gives you much more control over the customer experience, right? The ad sends someone to your one-page website, and this is why the landing pages work. Landing pages allow you to provide far more information before asking someone to inquire, okay? You can include these things: before and after photos, case studies, testimonials, reviews, videos, frequently asked questions, financing options, guarantees, trust badges, project galleries, etc. Now, this builds confidence before someone submits their details. Because of this, landing pages often produce higher quality leads. However, I would often make it even more simple. Just have a calendar where they can schedule their estimate and a form on the calendar they have to fill in before they submit and schedule their estimate. Then on the thank you page after scheduling, that's when you include the things above. The downside to landing pages is that it creates slightly more friction. So the homeowner leaves Facebook, the web page has to load, they need to read more information, complete a form manually. So this usually means obviously the higher quality leads, but you also get fewer total leads. So what makes a good landing page? A great landing page should answer every question a homeowner is likely to have. Should include a strong headline, immediately explain what you offer. Within seconds, someone should understand what you do, who's it for, and why they should continue reading. It needs clear images, use high quality project photos, transformations, show your work, show your team. People trust what they can see. Remind the visitors exactly why they click. Don't make them search for it. Keep your offer clear and obvious throughout the page. Include social proof like customer testimonials, Google reviews before and after, photos, completed project numbers, years in business, etc. The more proof you have, the easier the decision becomes. A simple contact form, just like Facebook forms, keep it simple. Don't ask 20 questions. Collect enough information for your sales team to make contact, nothing more. So, which one should you start with? If you're just getting started with Facebook ads, we almost always recommend Facebook and Instagram instant forms, and here's why. When you're launching a brand new campaign, the first goal isn't to maximize the lead quality, it's to prove the marketing works. Now, you want to answer questions like, are my people clicking my ad? Is my offer compelling? Is my targeting correct? Can I generate inquiries consistently? Now, instant forms makes this much easier because they remove almost all friction. People stay on Facebook. Their details are pre-filled. Submit their information takes less than 30 seconds, and this allows for high volume of leads quickly to gather meaningful data. Now, once your ads are working, then you can begin optimizing. If you're generating plenty of leads but notice the quality isn't quite where you'd like it to be, that's when it will make sense to test a landing page. A landing page adds an extra step to the process which naturally filters out people who aren't serious. The results are often fewer inquiries but better qualified homeowners. That's why we don't usually recommend starting with a landing page, because you obviously need the volume in the campaign to see if it's actually producing leads and see if it's good quality, right? See if these things here work. Your offer targeting creative. Simply, it can just be too much friction from the landing page. So by starting with the instant forms, you remove as many variables as possible. Now, once you've proven the campaign can consistently generate leads, you can begin testing landing pages to improve lead quality and overall return on investment. So our philosophy is simple. You first prove the ads work, then improve the quality of the leads you're getting from those ads. Don't optimize too early. Build a campaign that generates inquiries first, and then refine it into a machine. Okay? Now, this is the full breakdown of what you're going to need to understand to actually run successful Facebook ads. If you have not booked a call and you want a bit of help with your marketing, I'm going to leave our website in the description below, and you can click on there, fill out your information, and schedule a strategy call with us. I will see you soon.